Aloha. Greetings of great love, friend. My name is Joshua Hathaway. We are the Human Thriving Project. And I wanted to make a short video, as short as I can manage to make it, talking about the profound benefits of taking 5 deep breaths whenever we remember to do it, and the incredible amplified benefits of inviting somebody to take 5 deep breaths with us. And so before I go talking all about this, I really just want to invite you to have the experience with me. So would you be willing to take 5 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth with me? Long, slow, deep breaths, synchronized. If you are, please exhale all your air here. Hold it out for a moment. When I say Hanu, we'll inhale through the nose, and Ha means exhale through the mouth with sound. Hanu. Just like that. Hanu. Hanu. Let your breath enliven your spine. Plant your sit bones. 2 more. Hanu. Last one, deepest one. We're going to hold briefly at the top. Hanu. Take another sip. Open your heart. Soften, soften, soften. Just let yourself dissolve for a moment. That is the magic of 5 deep breaths. Just like that. Took us 2 minutes to do. And if you notice a state change, please, in the comments, please drop a comment about how your state shifted when you took those 5 deep breaths, what you noticed. Some people notice, especially after that little breath hold and that exhale, a little lightheadedness, a little flutteriness, which can bring up fear for people, especially if you're used to feeling that your sense of identity is around having sort of some kind of control or tension in your body, right? But those breaths wash us clean. When we take these breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, we have a lot of data pointing to the fact that this particular breath interrupts our fight or flight responses and helps us to restore a more aligned and regulated nervous system. You can't do this kind of breath while you're asleep. You are either breathing in and out through your nose while asleep or in and out through your mouth. But nobody breathes in through their nose and out through their mouth while you're asleep. So it brings us into a more conscious awareness of our body and our present moment. Yeah? And the more we practice this breath, I want to invite you, encourage you, challenge you even to set an alarm on your phone right now that goes off once a day that just says, take 5 deep breaths. And pause, whatever's happening in your life, pause and take those breaths. If you're with somebody, then invite them to take them with you and let them experience the experience together with you. Because not only is having more oxygen in our system really favorable to healthy brain activity, to healthy posture, you might have noticed your posture and just automatically adjusted your posture as you breathed more fully and deeply. It opens the heart. It brings a sparkle into the emotional field, right? It brings a sense of relaxation and ease to a potentially tight or contracted or anxious nervous system. And the very core of all the regenerative practices of the Human Thriving Project is this, that we learn how to bring a conscious and regulated breath into any and all situations, any and all states of activation in the nervous system or physical body, any and all relational activations, any and all situational challenges or delights, to breathe it in more deeply, to breathe more resource into your system so that you can really respond from love, from an inspired place, instead of a contracted, tight, frustrated, impatient place. Oh, this 5 breath practice will transform your life. And if you allow it to, if you're willing to take even yet another courageous step into changing patterns and into leadership in your life, then you can become what I call a steward of the breath. Because each of us is first and foremost the steward of our own breath. But when we become a steward of the breath of our we, when any of us notices that things are getting a little tense in the field, in our intimate relationships, our work partnerships, our family, or a friend community or group, a party we're at, a group conversation, wherever we are, we have the power to say, excuse me, would you be willing to take 5 deep breaths with me, in through the nose and out through the mouth? And when we learn to take these breaths, as our dog is slurping water while we're making a video, and as we learn how to invite others into these breaths, we build a field of coherence, of rapport, of inspiration, of greater resource and greater ease and greater connection that allows for our words or our other things that we're doing together to have more integrity and more of a sense of collaboration and mutuality. So please experiment. Set that alarm on your phone. Invite people into your breath practice, to becoming a steward of the breath. I really truly believe that one of the simplest things we can all do for ourselves and for humanity is to learn how to breathe deeper, to bring our gentle, deep, full breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, into every conversation, into every moment at a red light or in traffic, to every interaction we have with our children, with our parents, with our loved ones, with strangers out and about in the world. The more of this kind of patience and gentleness and resourcefulness we bring, the more beautiful every single day of our lives becomes. And the more of an agent of the breath, a steward of the breath we become in our lives. And we have that regenerative impact on those around us. And it takes courage. It takes courage to break the script. Wait, it doesn't say anywhere on this script that I've inherited that you're supposed to ask to take breaths and we're supposed to stop what we're doing. No, you're breaking the script. You're breaking a degenerative script from replicating itself again, and you're inviting a new script, a new storyline, a new resource into play, and a new practice that you and your partner can play with. And I promise that you will discover amazing opportunities. Because if you choose to take on an agreement field with your partner, that if either one of you needs it, you can ask to take 5 deep breaths together. And the answer is always yes, because you know that it's going to be good. And you know that if any part of you is in resistance to taking those breaths, that's when you actually really need it most. That anytime you're like, oh, I don't know, I don't have time for that, I don't want to do that. You know, if that's your response to being invited to take 5 deep breaths, you're not in your heart right now. And those breaths are going to interrupt that pattern and bring you back to your heart, which some part of us actually doesn't want if we're honest with ourselves when we're mad. We want to stay mad. We want to win the mad game. But nobody wins the mad game. Nobody wins the frustration game. We only win when we come together in a spirit of aloha, which is the spirit of love, literally meaning the presence of the breath in the Hawaiian language. So may this breath practice be nourishing for you. May you find secrets hidden in your heart and in your body as you tune in to your own breath practice and experience. May you find moments of breakthrough that you could have never anticipated as you explore and reach down the path of the breath and become a steward of aloha, a steward of the breath.